Most people dread the sanding phase of a project, especially when it comes to those tight corners where a standard block just won't reach. That is where this little RYOBI corner sander comes into play. It is a compact, corded tool that feels surprisingly nimble in the hand. Because it is pulling 1.2 amps, it is not trying to be a heavy-duty floor sander, but for detail work, it has just enough kick to get the job done without vibrating your arm to pieces. The triangular shape is the real star here. It is designed specifically to tuck into those awkward spots that usually end up being hand-sanded, which is a massive time saver. You get a dust bag included in the box, which is a nice touch, though honestly, like most small sanders, it is not going to catch every single speck of sawdust. You will still want to keep a vacuum nearby if you are working indoors. The corded power source is a bit of a double-edged sword. On one hand, you never have to worry about a battery dying right in the middle of a finish, which is great for longer sessions. On the other hand, you are tethered to an outlet, so you have to be mindful of where that cord is trailing. It handles 60 to 100 grit paper comfortably, making it perfect for stripping back old paint or smoothing out rough edges before you move on to finer finishing work. One thing that stands out is the balance. It is light enough that you can maneuver it with one hand without feeling like you are fighting the tool. There is a bit of a quirk with the sandpaper attachment, though. It uses a hook and loop system, which is standard, but you have to be pretty precise when lining it up to make sure the dust extraction holes actually match up with the base. If you are off by a hair, the dust collection efficiency drops off pretty quickly. It is not a deal breaker, just something you get used to after a few swaps. For anyone doing furniture restoration or small woodworking projects, this thing is a solid addition to the workbench. It is not going to replace a larger orbital sander for big surfaces, but for the price and the specific job it is built for, it is hard to argue with the results. It is simple, it is reliable, and it makes the most tedious part of the job feel a whole lot less like a chore. If you're tired of cramping your fingers trying to sand into corners, this is probably the upgrade you have been looking for.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.